What's up guys, Drew Binsky here, and today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about a country that I did not enjoy so much, and that nation is called Brunei. A quick disclaimer that this video is based entirely off my own thoughts and personal experiences. I know many people who have been to Brunei before and liked it, but from my own perspective, I did not enjoy it so much. For relevancy, I went to Brunei in early 2014, way before I made videos, when my hair looked like this and when my perspectives of the world were not as wide as they are now. But nonetheless, it's a country that I think about often. If you've never heard of Brunei before, it's a tiny oil-rich nation in Southeast Asia on Borneo Island, surrounded by Malaysia and Indonesia. About 2/3 of its 500,000 residents identify as Muslim, and is considered to be the most observant Islamic nation in Southeast Asia. Let's begin with the good. Brunei has one of the most stunning national parks I've ever been to, called Ulu Temburong. I took a day trip there and had a wonderful time. There are also some impressive buildings in the capital city, and the people, for the most part, are very friendly, just like I found in Malaysia. That's about all the nice things I can say about Brunei. So when I arrived on my very first day in the capital city called Bangar Seri Begawan, I was super excited to visit the amazingly beautiful mosque. So I went inside, I was dressed in my proper attire, I took off my shoes for respect, and after 5 minutes of being inside, I was aggressively kicked out by two locals for reasons that I don't know why. I was there on a Monday afternoon and it wasn't during prayer time. I was just like any other tourist trying to check it out. And all these guys had to do was politely tell me to leave, and that would have been fine. But I was bullying my way out the door, and that thought cannot leave my mind to this day. It didn't take me long to realize that Brunei has horrifying human rights laws. In fact, they recently implemented a law that you can be stoned to death if you're gay. Stoned to death. There's also heavy discrimination against non-Muslims, which might explain why I was kicked out of that mosque. You see, Brunei has no freedom of speech, no freedom of press, and everything is controlled by the government. In addition, the level of corruption in this country amuses me. Brunei is sitting on lots of oil for such a small country, and hence, it's rich. One of the world's richest men is the Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah. His net worth is $20 billion, yet the country looks like it's still stuck in the 80s, and his people are suffering in poverty. If the Sultan spread just half of his wealth to Bruneian citizens, they'd each get a check for $23,255. Oh yeah, and maybe he could also donate one of his 600 Rolls Royces as well. Things like a strict alcohol ban, slow Wi-Fi, and a lack of anything to do aren't reasons to dislike a place, of course, but they certainly don't contribute much either. I will say that most of the locals are warm and genuine, almost as if they don't know they're living in such a dark regime. Or maybe they ignore it. In any case, it's safe to say that I will not be returning to Brunei anytime soon, and if you guys are planning to go, then I would advise you to think twice. I'm Drew Binsky, and if you like my travel videos, please click subscribe and join me as I plan to visit every country in the world.